Welcome, everyone, to the Dave Toll Show. We are here in Pismo Beach, California, getting ready for what is going to be a huge day of racing. The turnout here with this is being one of these quaint Central California. Nothing beats this part of the state as far as these towns aren't that large. They've got a great vibe to them, and turnout. I think you're going to see in our interviews. We had a lot of kids on stage from the preschool, the local preschool, just a couple blocks away. And people are talking about a field sprint today. It certainly looks like that's a possibility. The GC battle from yesterday and Rafa Micah, that was as good as it gets as far as racing goes. That four-rider breakaway that goes to the line with Ian Boswell, George Bennett, and Lachlan Morton in that move as well. It certainly didn't sort out the GC, but it made it interesting. Time trial coming up in Big Bear is going to be a huge day to follow the stage that they have up to Mount Baldy. So we're really digging in now to this Amgen Tour of California. And as we look forward to possibly a sprint stage, they're talking about a decent amount of wind on course, but I have a feeling it's all going to come back together. We'll see if I'm right or not, but we sure enjoy having you with us here every day watching these interviews from our sign-in stage. And today, beautiful Pismo Beach. Can't beat the San Luis Obispo County and vibe. Enjoy the show.
All right, first team signing in here on our Amgen breakaway from cancer sign-in stage. This will be Team Novo Nordisk, an American registered squad, and these guys have a really interesting story. Everyone on this team, a type 1 diabetic, racing their bikes all over the world, showing us that having diabetes doesn't have to slow you down. That's what Team Novo Nordisk is all about.
Yeah, these guys are thriving. They really are, and they'll certainly be a team to watch in the breakaway today. Changing diabetes, as Brad mentioned. We're going to grab a word with Charles Planet. Charles, the French rider on the team, has a lot of experience racing in the United States over the years, and we're going to get his perspective on what was a tough day yesterday. And Charles, with the American flag right now kind of showing us a little bit of wind, what do you think when you see the flag like that this morning? Charles Planet, everyone.
Hello. It's a little bit windy today, but I don't know yet what direction we are going. So maybe crosswind at the end a little bit. We will see during the stage.
There's a TV show in America called The Amazing Race where they're zipping all over the globe, and you're in airports, and you're in, Thailand one day and Mongolia the next day. A little bit like that at Amgen Tour of California, isn't it? Just always moving to the race and then to the car. Sometimes do you not know where you are?
Yeah, we race around the globe. So 1 week we are in America, and in 2 weeks some of the guys are in Canada, and I'm in Korea. So we race to inspire the people with diabetes around the globe, and yeah, it's really nice.
Hey, what is the best breakfast for a French guy in California with a big day of bike riding ahead of you? What do you like to eat this morning?
A lot of French toast.
Yes, perfect answer. Charles Planet and Novo Nordisk. We love having these guys with us. And Javier Margias is a rider to watch without a doubt on this squad. He's a danger man. Brad, throw it to you. BMC.
Yeah, BMC checking in right now. This is the team of the American hunting the GC here at the Amgen Tour of California. Talking about Brent Bookwalter signing in right now.
Hey, Brent, good morning. Nice to see you. Hey, good job yesterday. 37 seconds. It's not going to change the world here, but it was an interesting day for sure. Those four riders, at one point, Brent ends up being one of the top riders. He and Robert Hasink were the first two in Chase 1, 37 seconds back. Those four riders, I was telling Brad as the chase was organizing, I'm like, look, these are four of the best climbers in the race. Chasing them back is going to be nearly impossible. It turned out to be.
Yeah, too little, too late. Not enough horsepower behind, and yeah, hats off to those guys. They rode super aggressive. They rolled the dice a little bit going far out, and the risk was rewarded yesterday.
We're talking with Brent Bookwalter, who's been on the podium overall at this race before. It's always important to remember, Brent, and I know BMC's good at this, don't crack under pressure. That's Tagur's line, but that would be a good example yesterday of like, look, this can be managed. This is not crisis situation. We've still got a lot of hard stuff. I mean, everything could change today. We could see a new top 5 in GC.
For sure, that's right. Yeah, everything can change every day. I think a few years ago we raced into a Via Beach just up the road, and big crosswind splits. And yeah, anything can happen. We're heads up, switched on, ready to go.
Hey, as a kid racing now from Michigan but out of North Carolina, do you like it windy and cold?
I think the older I get, the less I like it, the more moderate my comfort range is.
That makes sense to me. Brent Bookwalter, BMC. This is a monster team with us here at the Amgen Tour of California. And watch out for the Krankenwagen. This is Mickey Shar. He's going to be in a break today, Brad. I can just feel it.
Shar always on the front, always seems to find those breakaways, doesn't he? Every time there's a big move that goes, the man we called a Krankenwagen, the former Swiss national champion for the BMC team.
So he's one of these guys that if you loved Jens Volt, you're going to love some Mickey Shaw.
Yeah.
Same kind of mindset. Very aggressive, but also calculated and cool. And I love when we have guys like him with us here. It's a monster team when you talk about Miles Scottson. In that unique jersey is the Australian national road champion. That's one of the most beautiful of the national champions jerseys, what the Aussies do.
Yeah, we're going to meet a lot of our national champions racing here at the Amgen Tour of California. This race really does attract the best riders in the world. Who doesn't want to come race their bike in this great state for a week?
I know. You know who's here with us now? Kimberly Baldwin, who's this multi-time American champion, and Mari Holden, who won the Olympic silver medal in Sydney in 2000 and also was world champion that same year. They are with our VIP crew with, get this, the man who won, the American who won the final stage of the Tour de France in 1986 on the Champs-Élysées is here with us. A legend. They call him Pepe. It's Jeff Pierce of the 7-Eleven squad, who's one of our VIP drivers now as well. Brad, that's a forgotten part of history, that Jeff Pierce won on the Champs-Élysées. How awesome is it to have him as part of Sean Petty's all-star VIP crew?
More teams reporting to the sign-in stage. This will be the American-registered Jelly Belly Pro Cycling Team. I hope they brought some sport beans today. I'm starting to hit the mid-race lull here.
Come on, Joshua.
Help me out, guys.
You got to be kidding me. What did I tell you yesterday, man? Without the sport beans, well, I don't know how we're going to. Hey, Joshua, the team's doing a great job. It's really, this is Josh Berry. Josh, where in California do you call home?
My mom lives in L.A., actually. I live in Tucson.
In Tucson now, Arizona. They haven't brought Arizona into the California Republic yet, I guess.
Yeah, we're giving them all of our water, and they're giving us lots of good things back in return. And, I mean, so far this race has been amazing. It's been beautiful out each stage, and I'm just really happy to be here, be a part of this team, and see all of our guys working so hard to get the moves.
It's interesting, Josh, when you look at it, man, we have fewer Americans than ever actually in this race as it goes World Tour. So it's an honor, I would think, to be one of the guys that gets to represent. I mean, I know you ride for Jelly Belly and Maxis as your sponsors, but you're an American too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been at this level for 8 years now, and this is my first time doing Tour of California, so that's how special this race really is.
Thanks, Josh. Hey, let's auto-lock Sergey to Ben. All right, you ready to do it? You got the auto-lock with you, Jacob?
Oh, it's not long enough. I brought the one for riding.
Okay, perfect. Hey, this is what we were talking about yesterday in Modesto. This is the new way. So these guys love riding. They'll knock out 5-6 hours, but at some point, right, Sergey, coffee shop comes into play. You have to have a coffee shop stop. And when you do, the bikes, Brad Soner, actually, yesterday, said, your bikes are the coolest looking in the peloton. And so you don't want that stolen.
Never. Got to get home.
Got to get home. There you go. So this is an auto lock. It's something that Jacob and did you have a design person help you, or did you do it all yourself?
There's a whole company I partnered with just to make a lock for me while I was training. And this is what we came up with, and I take it every day. And, yeah, lock your bike up.
Lock your bike up is right. That can't weigh, it certainly weighs less than a cell phone. And I would say we're into, what, 2.5, 3 ounces?
This is 120 grams.
So more like 4, but it weighs nothing. You don't even notice it in your jersey pocket. And yet, it's, I wouldn't lock my bike up with this outside of the Hyatt in Sacramento overnight. but I would probably use it for any other application where you're within 100 feet of the bike.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's an idea that's really caught on, and we're just really thrilled with the response we've gotten.
Hey, Jacob, good luck with that. And you can go to autolock.com. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, Sergey, wanted to talk to you. As you come into this race as one of our big favorites, what did you think about yesterday and the way things played out there? Everything okay for you and your bid to be on the podium here?
Yeah, it was great to be there in VIP kind of group of big guys. So yeah, I'm looking forward for next couple days. It's gonna be hard on the mountain boulder, of course, if I will survive. Boom, time trial.
Yeah, that's what so Big Bear for you, such a huge focus. I can only imagine that if you can get there within a minute, Sergey, of the GC lead, are you going to be happy?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Perfect. I love it. Hey, you guys, awesome job out there, Jelly Belly. Keep it up. And Jacob, thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. Good luck to our Jelly Belly, presented by Max's team. Back to you, Brad.
More riders from Rally signing in. We're also seeing the Bora Hansgrohe team coming to check in. This will be the team of the yellow jersey and our current reigning world champion, Peter Sagan.
All right. Hey, let's grab a word with Colin Joyce. Hey, Colin. So, hey, you raced this race before in your career, but this year with Rally, things a little bit different. How's it been going for the team? I love the way you guys punch above your weight out there.
Yeah, well, this is actually my first time doing the race personally, but yeah, it's cool to be out here with some big guys, fast guys. So yeah, hoping to mix it up with them again today.
Great, thanks, Colin. Let's grab a word with the man of California, 15-time stage winner and our reigning world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, what a moment. It's Peter Sagan. Hey, Peter, such a good job by Rafa Micah yesterday. How happy are you to see him have that ride, man?
Good morning. Yeah, I'm very happy because he survived the team yesterday.
Hey, so as you come into the race, obviously California loves having you here. Days like yesterday, not so easy to get through. How are you feeling?
Well, I expect I could feel a little bit better, but it's okay. It's the second stage, really hard stage, and yeah, we will see day by day how my conditioning growing.
You know, and I can only imagine, you know, with such a long season, and you really, it's a big spring, so just kind of getting things going again in California, it's a good place to do it, isn't it? The sunshine, everybody loves you, and, you know, not so bad.
Yeah, relax.
Relax, exactly. Hey, did you yesterday, Pete, did you see the cars, the cruising element in Modesto? Did you have a chance to check that out? It's a part of American auto history there.
Well, what is that?
Where the people would cruise, where they drive all of those old 50s and 60s cars. Yeah, it's a kind of an American thing from 50, 60 years ago. But that's where it all happened.
Yeah, I saw some cars. It was nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things that we've noticed you enjoy, the American auto culture. You're into cars.
Yeah, muscle car, yeah.
Muscle cars, exactly. Peter, it's great having you here. Good luck out there today. This is the world champion legend, Peter Sagan. Brad, how cool is that? Thanks to Peter for taking some extra time this morning.
Yeah, Peter's going to have a chance to meet our breakaway from champion here as we'll be signing our breakaway from cancer most courageous rider jersey, the blue jersey, awarded at the end of each day of racing.
Brad, you were here. You started at this race at the same time as Peter, basically. How cool is it? I mean, listen, you can hear how loud it is on this stage. It's really hard for him to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's here doing these interviews, that says so much about his commitment to growth of the sport. That interview he did with Ruby Isaac, the specialized reporter, that is already just shutting down a server in China. There's so many people watching that.
Yeah, one of the most gracious world champions that we've ever had in the Rainbow Stripes. It really is an honor to have Peter here in California, and he always makes a point to make sure that he's on the roster to come to the Amgen Tour California. This has really become a crucial part of his preparation and his build-up for the season.
You know, Brad, as you see this, the pandemonium, every minute that Peter is back in Europe, that is his life. He is one of the biggest sports stars on the continent right now. And having here in the United States, it's almost like, having Pele coming over in the early 80s, a guy who is just legendary around the world, and America's really starting to pick up on it. A story for you a couple years ago. We had a similar group of kids who took sand dollars and coated them with glitter, a lot of glitter.
Loose glitter.
Loose glitter. Glitter by nature is loose, isn't it? Even if you try to glue it down. So almost every rider, when they got back home to Europe with their suitcase, opens it up, and there was some serious questions from the wives. What happened on the last day?
Yeah.
But then they showed the sand dollar, and everything was okay. But
Looked like a glitter bomb went off.
yeah, it definitely was. It was almost impossible to clean glitter out of your clothes, is what we learned.
It takes a
There's
few
no
washes.
known technique right now. So we have loved coming here, but Brad, for the riders, it's a monster day of racing. I believe, what is the stage say? 119 miles today. Really, that's going to be with the wind. And these roads they're great roads. But one thing, like riding in Ireland is different than riding in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Riding here in California, these are what we call dead roads. You don't, you lose watts into the tarmac, as they say. That's neither good nor bad, but it makes for hard days of racing. This 120 miles today really kind of translates on that table to about 150 when you had the wind and the dead roads out there.
Yeah, there's not a ton of climbing on the route today, but there is a lot of ups and downs. There's not a pure climber's day, but sort of a roller's day. You'll see a lot of very short little ups and downs on the course today. That's why we're thinking a breakaway is going to be a major part of the story here today. So we're going to be watching for that early break to get away on our way to Morro Bay this afternoon, because there's a very good chance that today the breakaway works. It's that 1 in 100 time that the breakaway stays away all the way to the finish.
And it worked yesterday, which is crazy. I mean, this is why this is such a wide-open Amgen Tour of California this year, as Rafa Micah ends up taking the yellow jersey. And, Brad, we're just so happy to be back in Pismo Beach, as Pismo Beach is your wine and waves destination. Be sure to come back soon and book your stay. You are always welcome to stay in Pismo Beach. That's classic California.
Yeah, it really is classic California here in Pismo Beach. To find out more, head over to ClassicCalifornia.com to book your stay when you come back to ride your bike and enjoy the beach.
I would have to say, Brad, for people in Pismo Beach who want to follow along today, is there a better way to do it than Tour Tracker?
No, not at all. We will have some coverage on NBC Sports on television, but download the Tour Tracker app. It's free in the App Store for Apple or Android phones. There's some great information on there. You'll be able to see all the riders, who's here, who's racing, where they are on the road. We have live GPS updates, daily highlights, photo galleries, all kinds of great stuff. Just find it in your App Store.
Here comes former winner, the 2012 Tour of California champion. This is Robert Hasing. Hey, good morning, Robert. Let's find George Bennett here as well. He was one of the big heroes of yesterday. The New Zealander Bennett ends up in second overall, and here is the young American. They call him the kid out of Michigan. It's Alexi Vermeulen. Hey, George, I am so proud of you. That was one heck of a ride yesterday. You might not have won the stage, but you won a lot of fans.
Well, I think the whole, huge team performance. You look at all these boys, they're the ones that took it up. They're the ones that dropped everybody else. And then, I was just had I got the hot seat. I got to go last. And, we had Robert in there in the group, and that helped a lot as well. So, great day.
Hey, it really was a great day. You've had good rides here in the past, but nothing quite like that. So now you guys really have a great position, George. This is, once again, George Bennett. George, you have Robert Hasing sitting in, I believe, 5th overall. You're sitting in 2nd. Now a great position. Obviously we have to get to stage 7, but you really are positioning well right now.
Yeah, it's really early days. It's five very hard stages ahead. But having Robert there is huge. It takes a bit of pressure off. We've got a few cards to play, but today's a tricky stage. A lot of wind and a could get pretty tasty there in the final, I think, if we hit the side winds.
It's going to be insane. Thank you. Let's watch out. Remember this name. Write it down in pen, actually, because you're going to need to reference it a lot. That's George Bennett, New Zealander on Lotto Jumbo. Let me grab a word with you, Robert. Hey, look, when you see a guy like George make the best of an opportunity that he had yesterday, I mean, heck, that was you 4 years ago.
Yeah, I guess so. I did it a bit later, so George had a bit more guts to do it already on the second stage, I guess. And no, it was a good plan we made already a few weeks ago, and we went for it. And I think it unwrapped perfectly. He just forgot to win the stage yesterday.
I would imagine through your career, and as again, Robert Hasink won this event in 2012. He's had great results at the Tour of California, or at the Tour de France as well. Sometimes you come with a team that's up to the task, they're ready to get to work, and sometimes maybe not the case. This team clearly came motivated. Was this something that during the off season last year you looked at California and said, let's get a result?
Well, yeah, for us, California is always a really important race. I mean, Bianchi is a bike sponsor, our bike sponsor, and they want to be big here. And so we bring our best guys to be up here. And these guys are really motivated, and they know what to do. And hopefully today as well.
Robert, you've seen the craziest descents in the world in France and Italy. How about yesterday?
Yeah, it was a close-up top 10 of the craziest I've ever done. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it. So I'm glad everybody survived. You guys bring so much to the race. Let's give a hand to Lotto Jumbo. As always, thank you, brother. Never give up the mic, dude. You never give up your microphone, right? Isn't that the #1 rule?
That's like announcing school day one.
Yeah, I jumped right into graduate level.
Starstruck by George Bennett, I understand.
No, I know. Hey, at least George Bennett isn't running for office, or I would have never gotten the mic back. So, although I'd vote for George Bennett, he's on the up and up. Yes.
George Bennett for mayor.
Yes. Well, he had this sport is, Brad, as you know, they say that cycling is a cruel, cruel mistress. And you have so many rough days in this sport. So to be in the sunshine and have a day like that, that's why they train. A guy like George Bennett rode his bike, I'm not kidding, 20,000 miles last year. How many miles did you put on your car? Because that is what a World Tour guy does. I mean, he rides his bike 25 hours a week every damn week.
Yeah, we talk about training rides. These guys don't even work on miles. They work on time when they go out to train. You ask, oh, how far did you ride today? How big was your training day? They don't say, oh, I did 90 miles or 100 miles. They work in hours. I did 5, 6, 7 hours on the bike.
And you know how we talk about calories? They talk about kilojoules.
Yeah.
And most people have no idea what a kilojoule is. These guys, when they're training, will make 5,000 kilojoules of power in a day, that means you need to eat, like Alex Wassman, you need to eat around 9,000 calories a day to be able to sustain this. Alex, thank you for all of your hard work out there. Alex is one of the key staff that we have here at the event every year. So now, Brad, it looks like Cofidis.
Yeah, this is the French outfit joining us here at the Amgen Tour California, bringing some international flair to our field.
It is cold. Yes. So Cofidis, almost, but not entirely, a French team. Guys, I know maybe not so much on the English. Yeah, okay, good. You're nominated. Hey, thank you very much for coming. How has it been here in the United States?
Oh, it's very good. It's cold today.
So it is cold today. Froid. Yes. So this is the man we met, Jonas van Gannesten. Jonas. Hey, listen, thank you very much for coming. We love having the French here with us. You were fantastic out there. You must be happy with how you're racing in California.
Yeah, for the moment it's pretty good for us. We did a nice stage yesterday with 2 guys in the top 20. So first stage was also the same. with the top 10. So we'll try to keep keep the same.
Hey, you guys have seen, and I mean, this is such an experienced squad. These guys are monsters. I know it. And when you're descending yesterday after the top of Hamilton, that was really hard descending, wasn't it? The roads off camber and the piste was complicated.
Yeah, it was really dangerous, but for me, I could take the time to look the landscape. So it was okay. I was in the gruppetto, so everything was really good for me.
How many of the guys have been to California before in their lives? Maybe on vacation? Any of the guys ever take a trip to California?
I don't think so. No. It's the first time.
Yeah, good. So let's welcome our French friends here to the United States. So that's the Pacific Ocean over there. So maybe today you see surfers while you're riding.
Yeah, we will go after the race for sure.
Good. Do anybody want to take these guys surfing after the race? Perfect. All right, we'll get your boards ready for you, and we'll see you afterwards. Say, good luck, guys. Bon chance to our friends from Cofidis.
Dave, want to introduce you to some of my friends joining us on stage here. This is the crew from Happy Time Preschool. Welcome, guys. They've got special gifts for all of our riders today, so they're going to be handing those out as the guys come up and make their way off the stage.
You have got a crew and a half with you here, Brad. So nice job, guys. So they really swarmed up here, kind of like the Cannondale team.
Yeah.
Boy, they're on you before you know it. So now they're trying to make a peloton of them. We're making a peloton.
Trying to get them organized.
Andy is now redefining what herding cats would be. No, they're doing great, actually. You guys are awesome. What, are your ears hurting? Okay, good. I thought maybe it was hurting ears, but now we're good.
So they made some sand art that we're going to be handing out to the riders. These very cool little vials of sand. Here we go. There you go. Nice.
Oh, Brad, I almost dropped it.
Holy,
I had a heart attack. Look, did you make this? What is your name? Martha.
What's your name?
Amanda. Brad, look at this. Could we give our crew a hand? Look at the hard work that they put together. So, Brad, is Pismo Beach an artist colony as well? Is that what we have going on here?
It is now.
You can give that to one of the riders, okay? Good job.
So we've got these special souvenirs for all of our riders. They're going to take it back to the team bus, and then they'll take it home with them. So we'll have a little sand from Pismo Beach spread all over the world.
Well, that's one of the great things about this bike race, Brad, is we have riders from all over planet Earth. Like those last guys in the red, they were French. And they seem like they're really enjoying your hometown. They love Pismo Beach. But they want to get out and go swimming. Do any of you guys swim?
I have a feeling there's a lot of good swimmers in this group.
You do? Yeah, right on. You look like you'd be a great swimmer. I think Amanda does. Amanda might have a question, Brad.
You swim. Are you a good swimmer? Do you want to take some of the riders swimming after the race? Yeah? Amanda's going to take our riders swimming. Good. We're all good. We got that sorted.
Would you ask Amanda if she thinks it might be cold?
Is the water cold?
No,
not for Amanda.
Good.
It might be cold for you, but not for Amanda.
Who was it we were talking to at the start of the show that said, as I get older? Brent Bookwalter.
Yeah.
Saying, yep. So don't take him. Take the young guys.
Hey, so let's meet another one of our teams coming to sign in here. This is the UAE team from the United Arab Emirates out of the Middle East. Very good.
You guys all know where the United Arab Emirates are, right?
I think they teach that next week in
I don't
preschool.
think they've quite gotten to that in the geography classes at the Pismo Beach preschool. So, hey, we're going to get the gifts handed out to all of our riders. You know, one thing they're really lacking at the United Arab Emirates is sand. So, Brad, we're kind of giving ice to Eskimos right now.
Good job. You got one?
These guys are like, seriously? The gift is sand?
We got plenty.
We're good on it.
But not colored
They're like,
sand.
next year, they're going to be, all right, we got our gifts covered for the Americans. Just load up a wheelbarrow of sand, and we'll hand that out. So it'll really save on the line item there, the gift budget. Hey, how you okay? Tough day yesterday here in California. Ready for more?
Yeah, we are always ready for more.
Always ready for more. This team is absolutely going to play a role in the final outcome. Let's give them an opportunity to get their team photo here, Brad. A new team to the World Tour this year. That is the squad from the United Arab Emirates. But to be fair, Brad, it's mostly Italians and Belgian and Dutch guys making up this squad here. Their sponsor is coming out of the Middle East. Woo, boy. All right, guys, let's see who we have coming up next. Brad, we do want to thank a few folks as well. Pismo Beach is proud to be a host city once again. Our clean air, open roads, and blue skies make Pismo Beach the perfect place for sporting cyclists.
I'm trying to imagine what the preschool classroom looked like after the creation of 130 of these things. I can't imagine it was a pretty sight. They're going to be sweeping that sand up for a while at the Hacking Time preschool.
This young man and I are on the same page with the hats today.
It's
right,
cold.
It's
cold in the morning.
These guys are ready to go. I really like the. It seems like they are organized. They're on point. They all seem to have a plan, and that's what a good bike racing team is all about, Brad.
Well,
you got to know why you're doing what you're doing, and what they're doing is representing their hometown of Pismo Beach, like champs.
Now we just got to get them jerseys and get them on bikes.
How many of you guys know how to ride a bike?
Raise your hand if you can ride your bike.
What? No way! It's like almost everybody. That's incredible. Amanda is all in on anything that we've got going. Amanda, do you want to go to the moon? Will you sign up? Yes.
Yes.
Amanda, will you go to the moon? All right. We're also looking for astronauts. So,
bike riding astronauts.
Did I have another person who'd like to go to Mars? He wants to go to Mars.
All right.
There you go.
Perfect.
Great. You know what? Never stop dreaming, guys. How many of you want to race in the Amgen Tour of California? Yes.
2 hands for this guy.
Hey, Brad, let's bring up our friends from Quick Stout.
Yeah, this will be the Quick Stout Floors team, another one of our big teams racing here at the Amgen Tour of California. We saw Marcel Kittel win the opening stage on our first day in Sacramento. That moved him into the yellow jersey, and of course also picked up a big stage win for the Quick Step Floors team. Once again, I want to welcome everyone to Pismo Beach in San Luis Obispo County, California, or as we like to call it, SlowCal. We invite you all to slow down while in SlowCal and take the time to reconnect with what matters to you. Savor our local artisanal foods, tour and taste at the 250 award-winning wineries. Pause a moment for the stunning beauty our region has to offer. Take your time as you explore SlowCal during your stay for the Amgen Tour of California. Go to slocal.com for more things to do.
Let's meet Quick Step.
Are we holding for some reason? No. Right. Guys, come on. Bring them up. Quick Step works at their own pace.
I don't think they heard you. No, I asked. Okay. Have you said their names? Okay. All right. So this is, if you want to put this into the parlance of baseball, these guys are the New York Yankees of professional cycling. This is one of the super squads in cycling today. Zdeněk Štibar. One of the greatest moments of my life was watching you win the Cyclocross World Championships. Any chance, I know so many Americans now love cross. Any chance you race worlds again in your career?
Yeah, there is always a big chance that I will do it again. The problem is I don't know when.
Hey, that's our problem, too. Keep us wondering, right? Hey, man, United States, for you, I believe you have vacationed here before in the past. Have you been to Florida or New York or California?
No, I have never been here before. So it's last year was first time here, and I really enjoy it, and I'm really happy to be back again.
So, winning the stage one, your team doing such a great job that day. Obviously, that's why they pay you the big bucks, as they say. But it had to feel good to get a stage win out of the way. Now, take some pressure off the team. I know Specialized, your sponsor, is here. They pay you guys to win.
That's true, actually, but they do also to the other 200 guys, and yeah, we will try today again. It's a good opportunity, so yeah, we go for it again.
Great. Good luck, and great to have you here, Zdenek. Zdenek Stibar, Marcel Kittel. Hey, today's a day that we have the kids on the stage. One of the things that we really appreciate is you being able to interact with them. Is it fun for you to meet the fans?
Oh, sure. It's always nice to see the people here at the race. We see them all over the world. You see also different mentalities, and it's interesting.
Hey, so this is our stage one winner. He's won 9 times at the Tour de France. Marcel Kittel, the German with Quick Step. So, Marcel, so many things going on. It's like in America, the circus. You've got the bears dancing over here, and one of the things we have is the sprint competition. Do you come in here looking to win stages? Can you also look to win this jersey? Is it both for you now? What do you do here?
Oh, if the opportunity is there, I will be very happy to take it. And from now on, it's going good. Today is another chance also to go for points, of course, for this classification. I think in the end it can be difficult because this guy from Slovakia in this colorful jersey, he's going to score a lot of points in the next day. So we will just see and take it day by day.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Hey, of all the guys on the team, which one, Marcel, would be the first to go surfing if you had an opportunity? Which guy do you think would want to go the most? Would it be Zdenek?
I guess it would be our Kiwi here.
Yeah, Jack, right. Jack Bauer, welcome. This is one of the greatest rides in Tour de France history. Jack, even though he didn't win the stage, you won a lot of hearts that day. Boy, it's amazing how spending 3 hours on TV can change your fortunes.
Yeah, it's amazing how famous you can get losing a stage. You remember that?
Well, hey, I think a lot of us do. I mean, that's what racing is all about, showing heart. And that's clearly, I guess that goes back kind of to the Kiwi in you. Because, I mean, Henderson the same way, George Bennett the same way. New Zealanders, that's a country that punches above its weight.
Yeah, there's only a couple of us that ride bikes. You know, we all play rugby back in the homeland. But, yeah, we pull our weight. And I mean, for me, it was great to see George yesterday lighting up on Mount Hamilton and putting in such a dig in the finale.
It's interesting, Jack, because obviously this is your trade team, who you ride for, who writes your paycheck. But, man, nationality is a big deal in this sport, too. Not that you're going to love every American or every New Zealander, but in the New Zealand's case, there's so few of you that you have to know each other and support each other out there. That's the Kiwi way.
Oh, yeah. No, we all know each other. George and I actually come from the same area back home. Came up in the same cycling club. It's a pretty small country.
And that's a pretty special thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Right on, Jack. Good luck out there, kick step. So Marcel Kittel and Jack Bauer, Zdenek Stibar, these are the monsters at the Amgen Tour of California. Oh, Marcel, thank you so much.
This is why we love
Marcel
Marcel.
is reading a storybook. Sorry. Go ahead. Marcel's going to read a story. Now,
I do not like green jerseys and ham.
good morning, Brad. It looks like we have another one of our World Tour heavy hitter teams coming up now.
Yeah, this will be Trek Segafredo, starting with John Degenkolb, Cohen DeCourt, Ruben Guerrero, Markel Irizar, the American Kiel Reinen, Harmar Zubeldia, and the U.S. Road National Champion Gregory Daniel.
Uh-oh, John, did you get your sand? You can't walk away without... Yes. So John Degenkolb, oh man, nice job by that sand handoff. She could be a swaneer. If you can hand up glass bottles of sand, you should be in really good shape. Hey, every day, John, when you're out there, you're reliant on people handing you stuff. How did we do here?
Very good, very good. I think that's going to be a nice present. My son will love this, I'm 100% sure.
Oh, that is so cool. John, let's talk to the folks here. How old is your son?
2.5 years.
Oh, then there's a gift of sand. That might as well be filled with diamonds and gold.
Exactly, yeah, for sure.
So, hey, for you racing here in the United States, obviously for the American fans, we love the big stars from Europe. How's the response been from folks here? This is a guy who has won Paris-Roubaix, who has won Milan-San Remo. Do they know that?
I don't know, but I think the people they love the cycling, and that's amazing to see all these folks coming to see our start every morning and just follow us on the road. It's for us. It gives a lot of satisfaction for sure that we can perform for them, because that's why we are here for.
John, when I was a kid, 18, I went to Frankfurt, and I was really impressed how everybody spoke English. Or not everybody, but a lot of people. Enough that I didn't have any problem, and this is in the 80s. How did you learn English so well? You almost sound like an American, man.
I didn't grow up in Frankfurt, so my English was actually pretty bad when I came into cycling, and I started cycling 2011 with HTC High Road, and so I had to learn very quickly English, and actually thanks to cycling that I could learn English and that I can communicate in a good way now.
Just another thing that'll bode well for the rest of your life, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
This is John Degenkolb, one of the huge stars with us. Let me grab a word with Kiel Reinen. Kiel, an American on what is one of the strongest teams in the World Tour. It has got to be a cool feeling. I mean, Kiel started riding with teams that probably had a budget that is less than the chamois cream budget for the Trek Segafredo team, and now you're here on this monster team. And I mean, you've arrived. It must feel great.
Yeah, it's definitely a good experience, and nice to come here with a leader like John and high ambitions for the race. And the first year I came here was in 2009, so I've been doing the Tour of California for a lot of years, and I enjoy it every time.
Is it interesting to see your old teammates out there? Do you guys ever have a chance to throw each other a bone, or once you change teams, is that it?
No, absolutely. This race especially is a big family reunion, catching up with a lot of friends, ex-teammates, ex-staff. It's really nice.
Good, and you can take this sand back to the beach up in Bainbridge.
Yeah, I'll put some. I'll sprinkle it on Bainbridge.
Perfect. Hey, nice job. Good luck, guys. That's Trek Segafredo, and we'll be calling up our American champion today, Greg Daniel, out of Denver, Colorado. Good luck today, Greg. All right, back to you, Brad.
High fives all around for the Trek Segafredo boys. Thank you for the special souvenir here in Pismo Beach. Greg Daniels doubling up.
Yeah, there you go. He's from Denver. He really needs the sand. So, Brad, look at this crowd. Way to go, Pismo. This is awesome. We really love having you out. What a great way to start a Tuesday morning. Amgen Tour of California time.
Well, we are on time for our 11:05 start this morning. Our current race time, 10:36. So still a few teams to check in here on our Amgen Breakaway from Cancer sign-in stage. We'll chat with some more riders and give some more sand out.
It's nice to have Peter. Peter missed the sand. He came in too early today.
We're going to get it to all the soigneurs, so they'll be able to get it to the riders after the stage today. No one's going to miss out on these awesome souvenirs. Don't worry. I think we even have one for you. I think they made an extra one for you.
Awesome.
This one's got your name on it.
Thanks, guys. So this group is very, very well organized.
I haven't seen a group of preschoolers this well behaved in a long time.
Yeah, good job, you guys. Thanks for listening to your teachers and your parents. I'm super, super impressed. I like this guy's swagger here too. He's kind of controlling the front line. He's self-policing the group, and you need that out there. We need accountability here. So, Brad, it looks like we got another great team coming up. Looks like Ben King and company.
Yeah, this will be the Dimension Data team coming to check in. Ben, a young rider out of Virginia, now racing on the world level. With the Dimension Data team, they have quite a few sprinters on this squad. I have a feeling we're going to be talking a lot about these guys today.
Yeah, remembering Ben King wore the yellow jersey here and won Stage 2 on a day not all that dissimilar from what we've got today as far as the GC conversation goes.
It is huge for the American riders to be able to race here in the United States. You got to remember, most of these guys live in Europe for a majority of the year. They don't get to spend a whole lot of time back home and certainly don't get a race at home. So for riders like Ben to have his family and friends be able to come out and cheer him on It's huge for the American riders here at the Amgen Tour of California.
One of the greatest days in American cycling history was Ben King riding the breakaway in Richmond, Virginia, his home state at the
man.
World Road Championships.
What a day that was.
Yeah.
With the U.S. hosting the World Championships last year, it was a tremendous day for American racing, and an even better day for the Americans.
Welcome to Pismo Beach in the heart of SoCal. From here at the Amgen starting point, you are only minutes to more incredible SoCal destinations. Shop our bustling downtowns, reset your senses in our quiet vineyards, take in the opulence of a famous castle and the humility of historic missions. Let your spirit soar as you cruise Highway 1. The possibilities are endless as you find your speed in SoCal. Discover it all at SoCal, SLOCAL.
Hey, here's another standout American that we're going to be talking about. This is Tyler Farah for the Dimension Data team checking in on our stage.
Tyler Farah is one of only 2 Americans in all of cycling's history who have won a stage at the Tour de France, the Giro d'Italia, Vuelta a España, and you can add in the Amgen Tour of California as well. Tyler, great to have you back. These are your kind of days, man. A guy moves to Ghent for a reason, and that's to toughen up. And today it's going to require a hard man to win the stage. How are you feeling, and what do you think about today's chances of a field sprint versus breakaway?
I mean, on paper, it should be a field sprint, but as we can see, there's a bit of wind blowing, so that always spices the race up. We'll see. It was a nasty stage yesterday. I'm sure there's some guys out there with sore legs, so anything can happen.
How'd your day go?
I survived.
That's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, on Mount Hamilton, that's the best I can really hope for as a bigger guy. But Lachlan was incredible yesterday, and we're kind of sitting where we want to on GC and hoping we can keep the ball rolling.
It's going to be nice, Tyler Farah, to have the GC thing covered for now, to be able to maybe free you up a little more in the field sprint today if it happens.
We'll see. Yeah, we we have Reinhardt here. He took a crack at it on the first stage and was up there with the big guys, and I'll try to support him again today and give him another shot. And yeah, we're here to race every single day, and this is another opportunity.
Thank you, Tyler. Tyler Farah of Dimension Data. This is Lachlan Morton signing in. Lachlan, Tour of Utah winner last year. I got to think that this is why you wanted to get back into the World Tour for days like yesterday. Great job, my man.
Yeah, it's nice to be up the front again and animating bike races. That's why we all do this.
Yeah, that was when you 4 hit about 5K to go. Is that when you realized that this thing was going to be a GC day as well, or earlier did you realize that?
I mean, if you looked at the group, I think the guys who went were pretty much the only guys who could go on the climb. So, yeah, when you have like 4 really strong guys and we were all committed to going to the finish, I think we had a good chance right from the start.
Great. Hey, what do you think of the design of our tagger? That's Monopoly, the artist. He's like Banksy.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's cool.
I thought you would like it. I mean, when they were talking about it, I was like, I have a feeling Lachlan will be down with this.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I feel like I've been wearing Young Riders jerseys. I mean, like, I did Tour of Utah in 2010 and was in a Young Riders jersey, and I'm still, like, 7 years later in Young Riders jerseys. But I think this is probably the coolest one I've had.
But what we got to mention is you were also 17 when you were racing at Tour of Utah.
Yeah, it's a while ago.
I know. I mean, you definitely you've got more years in you than we would think. Hey, thank you. That is Lachlan Morton. You were amazing yesterday. I mean, now that we're through it all, this is Ian Boswell from Team Sky. Ian is from Bend, Oregon, but now pretty much don't you call Nice, France, home when you're in Europe?
Well, I see my aunt and uncle over there, so I better say that Oregon's still my home.
There you go. You get great support. Bend is such a wonderful place to grow up, an outdoor community. I know you and your brother Austin really embraced that. Same thing for the kids here today. Don't they have a great opportunity? I mean, can you imagine growing up by this ocean, Ian?
Yeah, it's beautiful. A couple years ago, we were here and we got little surfboards they made. This year we have, what do you call this, sand art? So I think they get behind it, and it's awesome to see the kids coming out every year to support us.
I 100% guarantee that your mom, Dina, will love this art, and it'll end up back in Bend, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it'll end up in a little box of other souvenirs she's collected along the way.
So, Ian, now that we're to today, I know you had a pretty tough crash about 3 weeks ago. Yesterday really must have been good for the confidence to be able to do what you did, as Ian has ridden his way into our GC battle. He was one of the 4 in the breakaway yesterday that made it to the line. Must have felt awesome. I mean, you didn't have to win the stage to win the day for you.
No, it was definitely physically a good confidence booster. Yeah, those descents still scared me.
You know what? Can I be honest with you? It scared us watching you. Do you understand that?
Yeah, definitely, and I was just giving everyone else a bit of space because I didn't want to go down again. And then Skoyjins crashed and he went down hard. So it's it's a dangerous sport, but kind of calculate your risks.
And it's funny, as it was happening, I'm like, look, give the guy a break. He's got a little trepidation. He just went down 3 weeks ago. I mean, look, you're a human being too. You're not a robot.
Yeah, but I guess I was calculating my risk. I wasn't going to lose the wheel, but I don't know. Maybe you burn a little bit more energy, but you save a lot by not ending up in the hospital.
I couldn't agree more. I'm really proud of you. That's Ian Boswell of Team Sky. Thanks. Let's grab a word with Taylor. Taylor, these are your people. This is your demographic right here. They're all artists, man.
Yeah, and they're under the age of 5. So.
Yeah, so exactly. You probably watch a lot of the same stuff and listen to the same music, I would think. So, hey, these guys, big smiles on their face. What was the first memory you have, Taylor, of a bike race? Your mom had retired by the time you were born. Your dad, Tavis, was he still racing? Do you remember going and being these guys?
There's a picture of me at the age of like 21 days old watching my dad at the Tour de France, but I don't really remember that.
Yeah, that's a big ask, isn't it? But so, so Taylor's background, well known. His mom, first Olympic gold medal winner. Dad, Davis Finney. Are they going to come to the race? They've always been really actively supporting you. Every time we go to a race, they're there.
Yeah, my mom was here on Sunday in Sacramento, but my dad just had ACL surgery a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Because he was skiing too hard, so they're chilling at home now.
Well, good. The great thing is, do you get a text as soon as you get your phone back after the race from Connie or Davis talking about the day? I'm sure they're watching Phil and Paul on NBC Sports.
They're definitely watching. They know not to bombard me with too many text messages, though.
You have to have protocol with everybody, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a lone wolf,
Good. All right. You are the leader of the pack. Ladies and gentlemen, Cannondale Drapax, Taylor Finney. How's everybody doing, Brad?
The kids were psyched to meet Taylor, one of the more photogenic riders in the peloton.
It's funny. At one point, they started hopping in unison, and you could feel it. And,
I think that was Taylor's energy transferring into our preschoolers.
Yeah, you can see it's like a pod of killer whales. And you can see that someone in the middle will start these things. When the hopping starts,
it spreads.
It really is infectious, if you will. Hey, so Taylor Finney coming through. Did I miss some other big stars, Brad? It's always hard for me to see what's going on behind.
Yeah, a lot going on here on stage. We have just one more team remaining to sign in here. That will be Team Sunweb. They'll be making their way up here shortly, as we are just inside of 20 minutes away from our race start today. Okay, let's go back and talk about the route here on the way to Morro Bay. Mostly flat. There is one KOM today, so this is either going to be a breakaway or a field sprint at the finish.
What's your guess, Brad?
I'm going to go field sprint today. I think the day that the riders had yesterday, very tough. There's going to be a lot of tired legs. They will try a breakaway, but I think the sprint teams here are strong enough to bring back a break on this course.
You 90% of the time go with the breakaway, to be honest. So that says a lot to me about what I agree with you 100%. I have looking forward too. That's the thing about stage racing is if you don't finish within a pretty small percentage of the winner's time, you don't start the next day. So these guys, they realize they've got a lot of work to do. Mount Baldy coming up a couple days from now is obviously going to be decisive. But as we learned yesterday, as we went from Modesto up to above San Jose, anything can happen on any day. Brad, we could see a complete change of our top 10 overall if a breakaway is able to stay away today. But, boy, it's going to be tough with this win. And as you mentioned, the sprinters teams are so motivated to have another crack at it. And can you imagine trying to hold off Quick Step out there today?